What's good, y'all? It's your boy Dread, and this is kind of a video response about preferences to 3 people. It's the first one. Shout out to my homie Nola, and yeah, despite the fact that we was born on the same day in the same year, we are 2 totally fucking different people. We got 2 different views on everything. And second one is to that bitch Skittles, because she made a video on hood niggas and what she prefers out of them. And oh yeah, she's not really a bitch. I mean, I ain't calling her a bitch. That's her YouTube name. And the third one, I believe her name is Samira, you know, the girl, the Nicki Minaj Barbie doll looking girl who had purple, pink, and black cotton candy for hair. I'm just messing with her, but yeah, they want to talk about preferences. I mean, now preferences, that's a big thing in a relationship. That's, you know, part of attraction. We all got preferences, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I just wanted to start off by saying this: we all like what we like, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I want to get across the point to y'all that there's a fine line between having a preference and being just straight up shallow and picky. And a lot of here's the difference. Shallow is saying, well, I deserve this, I want this, and anything less than this is not good enough for me. That's shallow. Having a preference is saying, well, I want this. This is the icing on the cake for what I want a guy to have, but I don't need that to make me happy. I want this, but I'm okay with that. You know, that's, you know, having a preference. And people get the two mixed up. And then people want to say, well, I'm not picky, I'm not shallow, I just like what I like. And especially a lot of women, because a lot of their standards are damn near unrealistic. Because here's the average woman's standards. Oh, he has to look like this. He has to be this tall. He has to wear these kind of clothing and shoes all the time. He has to have this kind of hairstyle. He has to drive this kind of car. He has to have this kind of job. He has to make this amount of money. His dick has to be this big. And see, even if a guy has 8 out of the 10 things that you look for in a man, you'll turn him down just because he's missing or doesn't have the other 2. And that's, you know, what you would call shallow and stuck up and picky. And fellas and ladies in general, I mean, this applies to everybody. Just pay close attention to this part. Y'all don't realize that the higher your standards is, the bigger your list, the slimmer the chance that you got of finding what you really want. And I think that's why a lot of relationships fail or just straight up not happen anyway. That's pretty much why a lot of them don't happen. It's because it's a combination of high standards and low expectations. And basically what I mean is that your standards are set so high that it's almost like nobody can reach it, because by then you already, a whole bunch of guys that come up to you and you think, oh, I can do better than him, I can do better than him, he's not good enough, he's not good enough, no, 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 no. And eventually you're going to run out of people to reject. You've rejected everybody else to reject because your scope of, I mean, it's because you set your standards so out of reach, you put everybody out of reach to you to the point where you think that nobody else is good enough. And another reason why is because you say that you want this, you deserve this, you're entitled to this. You want your partner to have all these kinds of different things, different qualities. You want it to be like 12 different people to one, and fellas too. You want your partner to have all these different things, but in reality, you have nothing else to really offer them in return. I mean, it's like, what have you done to deserve them? I'll tell you what you've done. Not a damn thing, because all you've done by now is just whine, cry, bitch, and moan about what you don't have and what you deserve. And you'll never get it unless you stop being greedy. And I think that's the biggest problem, is that people, what they want in a partner is they're too greedy. And even if you do get what you want out of somebody, even if it's just for that short amount of time, you'll still never be happy, because you think, you know, well, this partner's got this, but like, let's see, if I get another dude, I can get this, or I can get more, or, because that's the problem. You always think that you deserve more when really what you want or what you're really looking for is right in front of your face the whole time, but you just missed the ball because you were too greedy. And that's the main reason why people are never happy, because they get too greedy and it's never enough for them. But then again, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, well, I don't think maybe I'm wrong. That's just, maybe I'm trying to kick knowledge to the wrong generation here, because, you know, it's a different day and age. I mean, this is why relationships don't really last, because I think the reason people set their standards so high is because people aren't really looking for the long term. People are just looking for Mr. or Miss Right now instead of Mr. or Mrs. Right. And hey, just do whatever makes you happy, but will whatever you get in the short term, will it make you happy? That's the biggest question I got. But anyway, thank y'all for your time, guys, and, you know, don't get offended, you know, don't shoot the messenger here. You know, I just wanted to speak my piece. Anyway, tell me what y'all think. Shout out to homie Nola. Peace.